Hello, Inge.
Hi, Stefan.
So today you said that you wanted to talk about messages from the animal realm, and it's some specific message about tidal wave energy, or
Yes. Technology in general, I think that I will keep it at that. I received a message that there's upcoming technology, and the intention is to harvest energy that's completely clean, that does not leave a footprint or damage anything. However, the warnings came that some of this technology it involves water without realizing it. It can, okay, let's start back. Everything has its own vibration. Like a rock has its vibration because that's why it looks like a rock. Crystals have their own vibration because that's why they're a crystal. Living things such as birds, fish, animals, each have their own vibration. Not everything is known about these vibrations, these frequencies yet. When we engage in harvesting from nature, there is not enough knowing about these frequencies and vibrations to safeguard, okay, against interfering with some species. The message that came to me was if there is any more damage brought by our well meaning inventions, technologies, there will be a major lashback from the animal realm. The only realm that was not willing to make a commitment at that time was the insect world. Okay, sounds a bit far fetched, but that message really came to me. Okay, now to safeguard against people thinking that this is going to be disastrous or animals are going to go crazy and try to kill us. No. We don't know. The lashback could be that a certain species dies out because the reproductive cycles are disrupted. Therefore, it sets a chain reaction of uh, the cycle, the feeding cycle. It could be anything. It could be a frequency, could create a weakness in, let's say, birds. They become ill and a virus is released. Or it could create a situation where viruses are released that can harm our farms, such as cows, sheep, pigs, food sources. So we don't know. So, how I processed this message was a call to become even more conscious of what we do. A very easy example that most of us are familiar with was the windmills. Harvesting the energy from wind seemed like such a good idea, clean idea. It wasn't until years later they discovered this was so dangerous. In California, I remember they had to set whole windmill farms still because of the problems with birds of prey. The way their vision is, they can't see the turning blades. Many were killed. So protected species then created a call to set some of these farms still. Now there are different kinds of machines that can harvest energy from the wind, but that is just a very simple example of what is meant by unintentional damage. It looks clean, but it creates damage. And the call is to become even more conscious, more careful, and observant. What are the potential negatives regarding something that sounds and looks so good.
Mhm.
Basically, nothing is really free. We have to pay attention and look beyond our own immediate needs because we are dependent on each other, not just people, but the whole cycle of life on Earth. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, like because you essentially you gave a warning without giving details. Like suppose I'm a scientist, like watching this video, and I work in renewable energy, and we're working on some type of renewable energy, like some new thing. And now we hear this, and I think, oh, this singer, oh, she's just giving the doomsday message, like we are here making something new, making the planet better. And now she comes, oh, you have to be careful, like all the animal kingdoms, they will like they give a warning. And like, how should I interpret it if I'm such a scientist? Or actually, or do you want to say something else, like, or add something that will give such a person like something extra?
Well, for the scientist, take the trouble to study any types of vibrations that the equipment will emit. Study a wave, do a small project, go with the waves, take the time so that the results are clear. So you see what happens in this area. We're harvesting wave energy. What happens in this area? Are there any changes? Does the wildlife, does the aquatic life have any sort of changes in behavior? Take the time. You know, taking the time and being open to the effects that we have on other species goes a long way for being one with them as well. We can't go through life and never ever hurt somebody. We can't expect that. But if we hurt somebody by accident, let's not have it happen because we're careless and took for granted that everything's going to be okay. Let's take the time to check to see what the results are before we do this in at a scale that is like, because then you know the money thing, if the investment is too big, then suddenly the negatives get quieted. Get quiet
Mhm.
on the negatives. That's the reality of life today.
So like you essentially say if you take your time, then you can get indeed to the goal that you want, like having, I don't know, a device that brings new, yeah, clean energy, but without or with hardly any of the negative side effects.
Yes,
Okay, so it's simply, yeah, okay, that's kind of clear. So it's not a doomsday message, because like the direction of going in like clean energy is a good one, I guess. Like,
yes,
but just like a request for being careful.
yes.
Okay.
So broaden your intention instead of only looking for the usual, the poisons, noise effects, etc., and have the intention on what can benefit mankind alone. Take into your considerations the entire environment.
Mhm.
So no longer putting humankind at the top. It doesn't work. The past has shown that. It doesn't
But
work.
also like what you mentioned, like very important, like take your time, because you cannot foresee what will go wrong. No matter how smart you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something that's, it's sort of like um, you can do your best, something will go wrong, but at least let's not have it go wrong because we were in a hurry or assumed things. It's time to be more cautious and more aware of everything that makes Earth Earth. Yeah, just that.
Okay. Thank you. Then we
You're
see each other
welcome.
next time.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.